Hello, welcome back to the PSU LCS, not LCS, PSU competitive podcast. I am your host, hopefully for the foreseeable future, Connor. Don't call me Consolo, Consolo, solo queue. I am here today with Defective Yasuo, aka TheGrimTrick, aka the D2 Jungler. Say hello to the
Ooh,
people.
hello, hello. Also, hopefully for the next few years, what are you like? Are you gonna get fired?
I don't know, maybe.
Uh,
uh,
I'll better make sure this podcast goes well then.
yeah, hope this podcast goes well. Now, immediately before the podcast, you're about to ask me about my time on the competitive team. I'm going to counter that
Yeah.
question because I'm not talking about myself. We're talking about you. How's your time on the competitive team so far? Because you've been on it for
Oh,
about a month at this point, less than a month.
it's been like 2 weeks, yeah, like 2, 3 weeks. We had our first real match, like literally yesterday. Oh man,
How did that go?
I think I had like 2 kills and then probably 22 deaths.
Yeah, that'll happen. You role swapped, so all of this
Yeah.
is an adjustment period for you, just at the start at least. Uh,
Oof.
Now, what champions did you play? For the people who aren't
I
in the competitive server.
Yeah, the first game I played. Wait, what did I play again? Oh man, I blocked it out of my memory because it was so bad. Holy, hold on, let me pull it up because I already forgot. The second game I played Hecarim because I got steamrolled in the first game, so I thought maybe it'll be better on Hecarim and I can just go bot lane. It did not go better.
Did not go better. Immediately worse.
Yeah. Oh, it was Jarvan the first game. I remember.
Yes, Jarvan is
Yeah.
it's a classic competitive pick. You should be able to play it well. Now
Ooh.
I don't think he's that complicated, but every time I play him, I end up running it down a little bit. Is
Oh
that
man.
is that what happened to you? Now would you say it was a jungle
So
gap that game? Would you call that a jungle gap?
it was an all lane gap. Me and the top laner forgot to buy items level 1, so we
No.
didn't get to watch our top side. And then he walked into the top side and he got caught. And then eventually we got to the top side clear, and the bot lane got double killed. And then they were permanently in my jungle. And then the Xin Zhao on the enemy team was permanently down bot lane. And it just, oh man.
Now who's your top laner? Name and shame?
Yeah, Felipe. He actually
Felipe.
probably did one of the. He probably did the best out of the 2 games we played.
Now Felipe is
Holy.
also new, so I will not pass judgment on him yet. But not buying items at level 1 into the topside invade.
Ooh.
Uh, it's a it's a competitive classic. I may or may not have had that happen to me as well. No comment.
Uh,
Uh, so you used to be a mid lane main.
yes, I am still considering myself a mid lane main because my god, jungle is a experience.
Yeah, jungle is a role of all time easily.
Ooh.
Uh, how's it been switching? Because I know you had an unbelievable performance in PSU LCS fall split on your Yasuo, Yone, and Kai'Sa mid. And now,
Oh.
you ever considered playing them jungle?
I wish. Maybe not like Yasuo or Yone, but I wish Kai'Sa was a jungle champion just because I am in love with that character right now. But like the actual transition, not really going great. I I don't think I'm suited for jungle in all honesty.
It's
I'm more so like I love being dominant in laning phase. In jungle, yeah, I'm not as dominant.
yeah, learning all new champions and all new role, and then being on competitive as well.
Y-
It's rough. Uh, but you know, you have good coaches. Do you have a specific jungle coach on the competitive team, or is it just an overall coach?
I actually haven't talked with any of the coaches yet,
Intriguing.
besides from what's it called like
In the general
Needs.
meetings.
Just yeah.
Yeah, needs. I think he wants to be very hands-on, but this is a hobby, so he can't
Yeah.
he can't control everything.
uh,
Uh, at least on the staff side, I've been seeing him. He's holding everything together. He's getting all the content and everything. What do you think about him so far? You got a
Needs.
you got a positive opinion of Coach Nietzsche?
Yeah, he seems really nice. I just demolished him in PSU yesterday, though.
Oh,
So
okay. So he's gonna take you off the team now. That's what I'm hearing.
yeah, maybe he'll consider putting me in mid. My 15-2 Aatrox mid, man.
Yeah. Uh, but no, you stepped up when no one else would for jungling. There was, the jungle really is the defense against the dark arts position in competitive because last year we went through. Well, the D1 jungler quit, and then I was moved up to D2, and then I quit, and then Bane of Hades moved down to jungle, and someone else came in to fill the gap
Oh.
in top lane, and then Hades isn't playing jungle anymore. So what I'm saying is you're part of a very long line of junglers that are out of their depth in competitive.
You know what? I guess that makes me feel slightly better. At least I'm not the only one that's suffering, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you also
Ugh.
it's a new season too, right?
Yeah.
So there's jungling is very different this season than it was last season. I know this from solo queue. I'm not sure if you
Uh,
know if you know enough about jungle to be like, oh yeah, it's a lot different this season.
no, but I have tried to look at like a lot of like guides for juggling, and all of it's like last season stuff. That I'm like, I don't know if this would
Yeah, this
still
isn't
apply.
relevant. Uh,
Yeah.
my best advice is hit level 5 and then flip the game on grubs. That's what I've been doing every game in solo queue, and it's been working.
Uh, that is my one opinion on grubs. I do not think it's actually that important that you should like be chucking games away at it.
No, but
Ugh.
we know that. The enemy jungler doesn't know that. So as long as you can get them to flip the game at grubs and lose, because
Uh,
you've been playing a lot of Rek'Sai, I've seen in
uh,
solo queue.
I played like a few games of Rek'Sai, and then they said that I should like practice Jarvan and Nocturne, and then I swapped over to that. So
That is
yeah.
also correct. Uh, I hold on, let me pull up your OPGG really quickly.
Oh god, I went back to like playing some mid lane games recently just because I needed a detox break from jungle.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Coach needs to be like, hey, I'm finding the fun. You ever you ever hear about Broken by Concept? It's this league podcast that he listens to, and right now they've been on a kick where they're like, yeah, like listen, just find the fun in league. So if you say, hey, I needed to enjoy the game. I also you've been
uh,
practicing some Viego as well.
oh, the V. Man, there's like an EP Viego game somewhere in there because like they picked Rammus after I picked Viego, and I was just like, hmm.
I do see that one.
That was yeah, that was an interesting game.
So do you like playing Jarvan and Nocturne?
I like Nocturne. I think Nocturne's pretty fun. Jarvan, he's kind of hit or miss for me. Specifically, a miss when I eat my ass off on it, but you know.
So
Uh,
actually, I'm looking at your OPGG. How long have you been playing this game for? How
uh, so okay. Let's go back a bit,
First of all,
right?
how old are
So,
you? How old are you?
oh, I am 19,
19
turning
years old.
20 in 8 months.
So you're a sophomore?
Yeah, no, I'm second semester in freshman year.
Ah, I see. So I see there's games from season 6.
Yeah, I started. If you're talking about when I like actually started playing League of Legends, that would be like season 4. Oh, not sorry, not season 4. When I was in 4th grade is what I meant to say.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. So you would have been 9 or 10?
yeah, something like that. But I used to, I quote unquote played in grade, but that was really just me putting my dad on the computer and calling it a day.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
me.
played League of Legends for a very long time.
Well, your sister, Latte, she went to the PSU League Club. A lot of the older people might know her, right?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
So you've been playing since you were 10, and you haven't
Yeah.
played jungle at all? Not once?
I I started playing the game in mid lane, and I have not deviated from mid lane at all. Besides from like scanned games where it's like maybe I can learn a different role. Give it like 10 games, and then I'm like, no, 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 give me back mid lane.
So you were your name is Defective Yasuo. You're Yasuo main. What I'm hearing is that you were the 13-year-old playing Yasuo going 0-10,
Yes. Yes, exactly.
and now you're on the competitive team. People can change. You know, people can change.
Good. I hit like 1 million mastery points on Yasuo, and then I was just like, man, this champion's not as fun anymore.
One. Hold on. Hey, I don't even have that much on Udyr.
Yeah, it is 1.1,457 million mastery points. Yeah.
Huh. And you didn't get tired of him? In all that time, you said yes, more Yasuo, please.
Yeah, I didn't get tired of him until recently, like a year or two ago, because
So
I just found the champion that fun.
it's the perfect time for a role swap then.
Ah, not entirely sure about that. No jungler champ has really clicked with me yet. Like in mid lane, I have like Yasuo, it's
Yasuo,
Yone, Kaisa.
yes.
Kaisa's a mid laner. No, fight me on that, I guess.
I do think a lot of the wow, this champion clicks with me. I think that happens after 10 to 15 games. I'm sure if you ask Nitsk about this, Coach Nitsk, he will have opinions on it because he picked up a lot of champions for competitive. So I'm sure if you ask him like, "Hey, how did you like it?" He could give you a good answer. I can't give you any answer myself. I
Strictly play Udyr.
strictly play Udyr. It's a bit of an obsession. That is
uh,
why I made my unfortunate departure from the competitive team. They wouldn't let
they
me
just
play
like.
Udyr.
Did they not let you pick Udyr, or did the enemy
They
team just keep
banned
banning it?
it.
Gotcha.
That is that is another piece of advice for you is don't only play one champion in the jungle.
Yeah.
Well, they also have
Yeah.
other bans on your team as well. Uh, hold on, let me see. So your bot lane, you have
I,
Fire Spire and Nightlark. Now I know
yes.
Nightlark pretty much exclusively plays Zyra, right? They really
Yeah.
like. So that hey, that's one ban off your back.
And they actually let Zyra through and then ban Nocturne in the game we played this yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah.
The life of a jungler, man. It happens. Now in the announcement there are two mid laners. How is that working?
So I think the way that like Neats explained to me when he like pulled me in to ask like if I would play jungle or not, they're going to be like swapping in and out mid laners to just see what works, right? I think
Extended
they said
tryouts.
that like
Extended tryouts.
yeah, basically. I think he said like when like Pinky Moon can substitute, they might like try and put me in mid lane and see if that works. But I am
Yes.
basically the jungler for now.
I mean, Pinky Moon, he has his classes to worry about currently.
Yeah.
Now, you are a freshman, you said. What's your major or your intended major if you have one?
My intended major is computer science.
I see another League of Legends computer science major. Who could
Rare, aren't we?
who could have guessed? You know, it's pretty uncommon to see that. Uh, have you been enjoying it so far? I know you're at the Dan Khan and Yanlin Wang stage.
Uh, Thankfully, I already got past the Dan Con stage. I'm currently in computer science 132, and
I see.
honestly, I like this class more.
Who could have predicted? Now I never had Dan Khan because I went to a branch campus my first year, but I do have him for a class this year. So whenever you think, oh, I'm done with Dan Khan, this is my
Oh,
advice to you: keep your guard up. He could be anywhere.
I'll be honest, I thought he was getting fired because, like, by the end of
Yes.
last semester, he just like gave us basically all of the questions and then the answers to the questions for midterm two.
Yes. So he's given us answers to the homework, and he said, don't tell the TA. Now, there
Huh.
have been, I don't know if you check on Reddit that frequently, but on the Penn State subreddit,
Oh, the
Every year,
appreciation thread.
no. Every year I see this thread. There's an appreciation thread where it's like, we hate this guy. B, there's a petition to fire him. There's been a petition to fire Dan Kahn in the past 4 years. 4 out of the past 4 years, there's been a new petition to fire him.
Yeah, I have seen that. I have
Yes.
seen that.
Have you signed it?
Nah, I can't be bothered.
Of course, of course.
Ugh.
Now, is there, hold on, going back to competitive, I just looked over. Is there, like, communication between the teams at all? Are you getting coaching advice from Spy, the D1 jungler?
No, I haven't really interacted with anyone on the D1 team. And then I like, yeah, no, I haven't really got to interact with anyone from like either the D2 or like the D1 team aside from in like general meetings.
This is your sign. You need to host a team dinner. You have to say, everyone, go
Team
down to Big Bowl right off campus. That's the classic. It's the Penn State competitive classic. You go to either
uh,
Tadashi's or you go to Big Bowl. Or you quit. That's what I did.
or
Don't do
you
that.
could-
Now that I'm doing this podcast with you, you can't quit.
I am not allowed to quit
You aren't
until the
allowed.
semester's over.
Yeah. Also, I think it would make it
Uh,
easier on Nitsk, and I like to keep
yeah.
that guy happy. He's the coach. You
I,
can't, you know, can't flame him.
thankfully, I don't really intend on quitting at all. I'll probably just stick it through. It's gonna be a rough ride, obviously,
You're stronger than
considering.
me.
Uh,
I think. Are you confident about the future? Are you feeling that you're learning jungle?
I, I'm not so much like confident. I don't think I'll ever be able to like play jungle on like the same level as like, you know, masters player who got there playing jungle. I think I can learn it to the point where I won't be as much of a hindrance though.
You would be surprised. I roll swapped to jungle and I immediately climbed like 400 LP. That might happen to you.
I think if I like find some champions that I think, I really enjoy, I might be
Yes.
able to get into jungle more, but like right now, there's not really a champion like that for me in the jungle.
Try Trundle. He's just like Yasuo. He auto attacks people. That's a.
Trundle just he's a champion, I guess.
Hey, how do you feel about the jungle meta right now? Actually, if you have any feelings on it at all, besides I don't know how to do this.
It kind of is just I don't know how to do this.
Yes.
I don't know enough about the jungle to be like, man, this meta in the jungle sucks, or man, this meta in the jungle's good.
No, but specific champions. I'm sure you have your hates, your loathes.
Oh, I
Your
hate Briar.
yes.
I hate Briar. I think that champion needs to get gutted. They've been like nerfing her multiple patches, and I still don't think it's enough.
They just buffed her actually, or changed her,
I,
adjusted her. They made it
I
so
think
her
they tried to make her Lafali build weaker,
yes.
but like I don't think it's enough.
They
That champion has too much healing.
they made her Q also shred MR, so you don't
Yeah.
win against her in a team fight either.
Yeah. That's
This is your sign to pick up some
pick
dueling
up
champion that beats her. I don't know,
good.
Poppy.
Maybe if I can't win against Briars, I just have to join them and pick up Briar.
I would caution against that in competitive. Could you imagine you're up against like a few challenger players? You were just against a challenger jungler, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just against
You're
the
up against a
challenger.
challenger player and you W in on Briar. They do some like
Ooh.
unbelievable combo to you. Suddenly you're under like the Nexus turret.
Yeah.
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 I think
Ooh.
hold off on that one. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you? Anything else to add about competitive? About PSU LCS maybe?
Oh,
Any words
PSU
of yours?
LCS?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Man,
happening right now. You just beat your
uh,
head coach in PSU LCS.
man, let's just say Fearless Draft. Man, I get to play all the champs I want to play
I
without
get to
worrying about bans.
I get to play Udyr. Hey, I'm with you.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Uh,
Uh,
thoughts on the current rules on imports for spring?
isn't it basically just so long as they have like 3 players that's active students, you can
Yes.
have whatever else? Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, There is a
That's better
team.
than
There is a team with an imported challenger player.
uh, which team was that? I remember that there was apparently a guy that wanted to hire all imports that were challengers.
I believe it is Rohan,
Yeah, Ron.
Mr.
Yeah.
Rohansky. Uh,
Ooh.
I think he is the sole reason why we had that rule in years prior of no imports in spring, but
Ooh.
it's been walked back. He can have his dominion now. Uh,
Did he just like lose?
did he? Wait,
I think he did.
hold
Or
on.
maybe I was looking at the wrong one. Hold on. Oh no, never mind. It was defeat on the other team side. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would be very surprised. I would be very surprised if that
Would have
team
been funny.
lost any games. Because he
Ugh.
imported who is that device? That's the challenger support.
Isn't that the EDC?
Uh, is it?
I think it is because I'm pretty sure Device was trying out for EDC at PSU.
Oh, he's not an import then. Who am I thinking of?
Yeah.
I might be
Uh,
lying. I
oh.
might have just slandered Rohan's name. Rohan, if you're listening to this podcast, my bad. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that lineups consist of Valentine, Rohansky. I know Neitsk was the substitute.
Oh, that
Device
might
and
be
then
the import
whoever.
then as the top laner. If Nietzsche is the substitute.
Let's see. I'm League player.
Oh no, he's on the competitive team, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's on the D1 team. So maybe he didn't get an import.
Yes, that is a Jinsu Sung on the D1 competitive team. You think that you have a chance to move up to D1? You think you can after a few months of practice?
Yeah,
Beat Spy?
no,
Have some
man.
have some faith.
I will never be able to match Spy's level of shot calling. Like it doesn't matter about like juggling skills. That guy's shot calling in tryouts was amazing.
Was
Whenever
he
I played with
the
him.
bus driver?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that is hard to measure. Is shot calling versus actual in-game performance.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Hoodie Grimmel old, he was like, "What? How am I not D1? I shot called the whole game."
uh,
Uh I think you as a new jungler should listen to whatever your team shot calls you to do, at least for
yeah.
the first now for the first little bit. Once you start getting some experience, then you say no. That's a terrible plan. I have 6 camps up. Have you ever heard of the
That,
Chimp Season School of Jungling?
no, I
It
haven't.
was this one guy, didn't go to Penn State. It's where you just like pick Karthus and farm your camps for 25 minutes and then you win the game for free. I think you should consider
Consider a
doing the
Carthus
opposite
man.
of that.
No. I don't know, man. That sounds like my style of gameplay right there.
Hey,
Just farm, jungle, press ult,
hey,
call it a day.
it worked. It got me to diamond. I mean, with Udyr, of course.
God. Unfortunately, I don't think that would help when I basically just got choked out of my jungle by a challenger jungler. So
That'll happen. It's
yeah,
experience. It's experience. It's a learning process.
is it experience? I feel like I don't understand what even happened in that game.
Well, you got invaded level 1, didn't
Ooh.
you?
Yeah, got invaded level 1.
Don't let that happen.
Wait, say that again. You like cut out for
Ah,
my end.
don't let it happen. Just
Yeah.
someone's
Just
invading your
remember to
jungle.
buy items level 1.
Remember to buy items. Put down a ward, maybe. Who can say?
Ooh,
Anyway,
God.
have any other final parting words for the Penn State League of Legends community?
Even if I don't win in competitive, I'm gonna win PSU LCS. Screw you guys.
All right, the confidence is back. All right, well that's the up and coming jungle prospect for the Penn State D2 team. Charlie, TheGrimTrick, Defective Yasuo, Trick, Yasuo, last name. Anyway,
Last.
something. Uh, come back next week. I think I'll be interviewing Spy, the D1 jungler, so it'll be interesting to see the differences in their mentalities. But yeah, this is the inaugural podcast. Uh, I'm Connor, Consolo Solo Queue. You can find PSU Competitive at Twitch, this YouTube, and soon, maybe Instagram and TikTok. Until then, see ya.